Hello, nice to meet you. Apparently, by some miracle, I have some subscribers on YouTube. Thank you. I thought we could play Dark Souls together. Why not? If you're a new player, start offline. This way you will prevent people from invading your game. And now let's create our character. We are going to be a knight and always choose Master Key as your gift. And let's begin. I have a few advice and strategies to share with you. Read the messages, they are going to teach you mechanics we will use for the entire game. Also, English isn't my native language, so you have to forgive me some weird pronunciation and grammar. Not that I'm gonna talk very often. I'm not one of those people who are good at making let's plays, or whatever it's called today. I just let the gameplay speak for itself and I will focus on explaining what has to be explained. You think that would be the best way? Oh, excellent. Now we don't have to buy it. Now let's open this door in advance. Now you don't wanna fight multiple opponents at the same time, that most likely is going to get us killed, so whenever we have the opportunity, we are going to fight them one-on-one. So I'm gonna pull them away from the archer. Now we can easily proceed. And here the game will teach us how to perform parry. Basically, whenever enemy's attack is coming towards us, we can deflect it and have the nice opening for finisher move. I'm not good at parry, but don't worry, you don't have to be either. However, if you can master this, parry allows you to trivialize a lot of powerful foes, so it's something you want to consider. Now, we're gonna hold our weapon in two hands, and it's time to face the Donut Demon. So we open the fight with plunge attack, and we're gonna go behind him. Always move to the opposite direction of his swings. When he flies, just move away a little, and we repeat the process. There we go. Now, I have a very specific start planned for this character. The weapon I want to use is Lucerne, but it's in the catacombs. So, we are going to pick a Stora Stride Sword early, and while it's not the best game best weapon, especially in late game. It's pretty good at the beginning. But before we are going to get our sword, there are a few items I'd like to get. All the chests are safe, no mimics, no traps. I only want to get this. Now, we don't wanna fight those skeletons yet, so we are going back to bonfire. Whenever we restart it, we reset and respawn the enemies. Bonfires also serve as checkpoint. When we die, we respawn at the last bonfire we rest. Now, I'm gonna go 14 faith. That's the requirement to wield our sword. We can also pick up quite a few souls on our way. This way we're gonna have a pretty solid start. The enemies here are not going to attack us, so no reason to worry. That's our destination, the Shanded Dragon. We are most likely die in the process, but it's all good. We only have 14 souls, so we're not going to lose anything pretty much. Okay. Somehow we survived. So about the sword we picked, Taurus straight sword. It deals both physical and magic damage, which isn't ideal, the split damage, but it also has divine effect. That means when we go to catacombs and kill skeletons with it, the necromancers won't be able to resurrect the skeletons, so they will remain dead. That's pretty good. And it's also a good weapon to start our journey with. Now I'm gonna use one humanity and all the souls we gathered. And now I want endurance. We are also going to reverse the Halloween. Now don't go too far to avoid being hit by a firebomb. And always be patient with enemies and locations. Lack of patience kills in this game. He almost never launch on me. The enemy with fire bombs. Anyway, now we can eliminate this one. Now, this weapon also allows us to solve a certain issue. In narrow spaces our character might hit walls instead of enemies, but with this weapon we can perform thrust attack and solve that problem entirely. Now, before we go through white light, there are still a few items we can get. We can also see that a trap awaits us. So I'm gonna go here and face the enemies one-on-one. Now this item, when we examine it, it says has no value. That's not entirely true. Later on we can exchange that for a Titanite chunk. Titanite chunk is a very rare upgrade material. Now meet Betty, our helpful dragon. How Betty is going to be helpful I will explain in due time. Now I'm gonna pull the enemies away from the crossbowmen. Also, pick up every item you see, even if you don't wanna use it. Later on you can exchange unwanted items for souls. And here we have another bonfire. Remember that enemies are going to respawn. can you be a bit faster? Thank you. Now stay to the right. Here we can obtain black fire bombs. Keep those, don't waste them on some weak enemies. We are going to make a good use of those in the future. Now to the top of stairs, and we're gonna wait a bit till this enemy approaches. When he starts to throw fire bombs, just move away a little. This one's next. Here we have gold pine resin, an item you want to save for boss fights. It will allow us to infuse our weapon with lightning for a short period of time. Which is very helpful, especially against powerful foes. Now I'm probably gonna fail that, but when enemies are blocking for too long, we can kick them, throw them off balance, and finish them off. I have a problem with kicks. I heard it's easier to do on the controller, but I'm using mouse and keyboard. So even if you see me in the future hitting enemies that are shielding themselves, I just try to kick them and fail probably. Now, before we go to the white light, in the first barrel we have this lizard and we want to kill it. It will provide rare resources, especially twinkling titanite. That's the upgrade material we can use to upgrade our sword, and this is the only way we can obtain this resource early in the game. Well, there is also trading with Snuggy, but we are going to get to this. Now we are going to face yet another boss, Taurus demon. There are really a lot of ways how to deal with him. I'm gonna use this tower to our advantage. This way we can defeat him with just 2 plunge attacks and 1 normal one. Try to jump on him from the left, so we avoid getting stuck between him and the tower. And now he runs, you run, he jumps, you run between his legs. If we get hit, just heal on top of the tower. And there we go. That's the safest way to defeat him, I believe. Now, here we have NPC we really want to talk with and answer yes to both of his questions.
Oh, the way I is pleased.
Basically, we could summon some NPCs to aid us during boss fights. I'm gonna show you how to do it in the future. Oh. I was too far away from the wall, I believe. Anyway, remember to kick down this ladder. And I mentioned that Betty is going to be helpful. So the thing is, we will need a lot of souls to level up, to buy weapons, do some upgrades. And whenever we need souls, we can go to Betty and she will provide 555 souls for us. And we can do it as many times as we want. Just go back to bonfire, climb up, do it again. Now, if you are patient, you can get yourself a bow and 150 arrows and shoot her tail. You will eventually cut it off and you will obtain Drake's sword. I'm not gonna do this, but it's a possibility maybe you want to consider. Now, let's see if I fail kick again. No, that's good. The rats are killed. Now this segment can be tricky. You have to wait for this enemy to approach. He's gonna speed up, don't worry. Now, to pull this one, I'm gonna aggro him and move to those stairs. He's gonna come eventually. Now, make sure there is no surprise attack. Most likely there will be. And now we're gonna deal with this armored bow. The safest way to do it is to use Alluring Skull. Attract certain types of enemies. And it so happens it attracts this bow. So we're gonna throw this skull into the fire, and our beast is going to go into the fire and die. Repeat as many times as required. There we go. Now don't chase the enemies, they try to lure you into a trap. Okay, this one is quite passive. So, in this situation I'm gonna line them up, wait for this to attack. You have to adapt sometimes. There is no strategy that will always work. The best strategy is your own mind, in all honesty, and ability to adapt. Now, if there will be two of them, go here to aggro them. And here we can engage them one-on-one. Now, there is a specific enemy I have to warn you about. This one. We are going to weaken him with a surprise attack. And now I want him to do a certain animation, which can take a while, but believe me, you want to know this. Okay, he's gonna heal, I believe. This is his parry position. When you see it, don't attack him. Certain enemies can parry us as well, and they can even kill us, because parry deals a lot of damage. Well, not parry itself, but a follow-up after parry. Can you stop already? Now, we are gonna have two enemies. One to the right, one to the left. Focus on that to the left. We're gonna pull him away from his friend. And we're gonna deal with him the same way as we deal with everything, which is block and counter attack. We can also parry those Balder Knights, I believe that's their name. And he's gonna aggro. Here we have a really good weapon, halberd. pick up the basement key, we can open the gate. My timing is awesome. No, don't parry for half an hour again. Goddamn loser. I'm not a fan of fighting those. Quite annoying opponents. Alright. Don't go further yet. There is a mage above us. We can heal just in case. Now we are going to fight them here away from the crossbowmen. Now we can take care of this enemy. He's big and scary, but in fact there is a very simple method of how to deal with him. I think we can parry him as well, if I'm not wrong. Anyway, we are going to circle around him and attack. Just save some stamina to block, just in case. There we go. Oh, we got a great sword. That's quite good. Now, let's prepare fire bombs. Can also pick this item to upgrade our Estus flask. The mage is right there. There will be another enemy with rapier, and my advice is don't fight him on the stairs. It can get messy. There you go. Now, there will be a lot of enemies, and this mage can buff them. So we are going here. Now it's time for this clown. Two fire bombs and he's dead. You might want to... you can block his attack if you want. It seems to be more reasonable, actually. Anyway. Now we are going to obtain a certain ring, a very good one in fact. All we have to do is to set this guy free. Talk with him until he chuckle, which is 3 times, I guess. Yes. And now we can unlock shortcut to Firelink. Now, switch your weapon to Bare Fist, just in case you fail the kick. Because here's the thing, if we fail our kick, we're gonna attack him, and the more damage we deal, the faster they will turn hostile.
Well, what have we here?
Yes, we have to kick him off. And now, to main menu and continue. If you don't kill this guy, he will kill our Firekeeper. And our bonfire at Firelink Shrine would be useless. And this way we can easily prevent that from happening. Just don't take off this ring, or else it will break and you're gonna lose it. Now, since we are here, we can do certain thing, which is to obtain a key. A very specific one. That we are going to use a bit later. Right here. And we can go to Andre, our first blacksmith. We are safe during those animations, just immediately block after. And now I'm going to upgrade our sword a little. We can do +2 so far.
Don't get yourself.
And for the rest of souls we can level up. Okay, 20 endurance, perfect. Now we are going to obtain another ring and our armor. Stay to the right and run. This enemy can't really one-shot us. Now I'm going to get another lizard, so I can upgrade our weapon further. It's right there. If you fail to kill it, simply go to main menu and reload your game. The lizard would appear again, but only until you kill it. It won't respawn. Don't go too far. There is enemy hiding. So we're gonna pull this a little closer. Okay, perfect. Here we have a bonfire, but don't rest at it yet. Now when we pick up this item, all those enemies are going to attack us, but if we attack them first, we can deal with them one by one. There we go. In all honesty, I like a Taurus sword, even if it's like very lacking in late game. I have like a sentiment for this weapon. Now, after we cut this tree, We have to deal with Mantis, which isn't a dreadful foe by any means. It even missed. There we go. Now another tree to cut, even if it's not blocking our way. Now we can prepare a certain item, which would be Homeward Bone. And here we can obtain our armor. And I'm gonna stay with it till the end of the game, but you can pick whatever armor you like. Same with the weapon actually. Just get a Taurus straight sword, even if you don't really want to use it, for the sake of divine effect. Now we're just gonna run away, don't stop, those enemies can be quite persistent. Don't worry about this golem, we're just gonna pick up the ring, use this, and we are back at Andres. Now we can make another upgrade. And we have +3.
Go and get yourself, kid.
Now we will need to upgrade our shield, but since we can't upgrade this one because it requires sprinkling titanite as well, we are going to upgrade our other shield, which would be Tower Kite Shield, or even Knight Shield, whatever you like. And the way how we are going to do this is either we can kill the Balder Knights in this area and other enemies. They provide quite a few souls and they always have a chance to drop the upgrade material, which is Titanite Shard. Or we can go to Betty. The choice is yours. I'm gonna go and we have medium rolls, perfect. I'm gonna go to Betty because it will be faster. So I'm gonna farm a little to upgrade our shield and maybe our armor a bit. The shield +5 is minimum. And I'm also gonna upgrade our weapon further. I'm gonna show you how to do it. First we need Twinkling Titanite, and I mentioned someone called Snuggly. Now I'm gonna show you how to trade with her. First we have to go back to the Asylum, the location we started the game at. How we are going to do this? We're gonna go to the elevator and we are going right here. All we have to do is to curl up like a ball in the nest and wait. It should take around 10 seconds or something. It's only when we do it for the first time, later on it will be instant. There we go. Those enemies are going to be stronger now, so keep that in mind. Never underestimate the enemies in Dark Souls, even if it's just a goddamn skeleton. Skeletons are actually quite strong. Now, Snuggly is right here.
You, give me warm, give me soft.
You want warm and soft, okay. So, the way how we trade with her is we drop item 1 into her nest, right? Now, we go to main menu and continue. Just speed up the process.
You, give.
And here we have Twinkling Titanite. I'm gonna do the same with this. And the last item, Rubbish. And as I said, we're gonna get Titanite chunk.
You, give.
Also, since we are here, there is one more item that I want. And this ring that I want would allow us to trivialize Blighttown. I'm not even kidding. Just avoid this flaw, or else it will break and you will be forced to fight a boss, and you don't want to fight this boss now. So now remember the door we opened, now we are going to make a good use of those. Oscar is coming. Parry is the best way to deal with him. If he stops goddamn kicking me. There you go. And now we can have his shield. Now we avoid the boulder again. And we are going the same thing we did at the beginning. The only difference is we are going to have two enemies now. Not one. Not a big difference. Now, don't fall down, because you might be forced to fight the Black Knights, and you don't wanna do that yet. So we are going to return the same way we came here. Did I pick it? I did. Okay. Now, don't go to the right. If you somehow fall and die, and you can't find your souls, go back to the Asylum, and your souls will be next to the crow nest. Just in case. We can also refill our flask, and I think here I would have... oh, I still have to upgrade my weapon, because I didn't bought the tool. Anyway, let's go to Andra. I'd encourage you to farm enough to get 24 Titanite shards and upgrade all our armor to +3. Because here's the thing, it will take you some time going to Betty over and over, but once you do it, you won't really have to farm for a long period of time. I'm gonna see how much I would have to get. I have 4, which means 20 more. So I'm going to upgrade our weapon, then I'm gonna go farm with Betty, and I'm gonna do this off screen because it's goddamn boring. I see no point of showing you how I climb up the ladder over and over again. It makes no sense to me. So we're gonna see each other once I'm done. And here we have easy +4.
Go get yourself.
Alright, so that will be it for now. We're gonna see each other once I'm done with farming, so thank you for watching, have a good day.